Hello traders, my name is Alvin. In one of our seminar, we talked about EURUSD that begin to go wave 4 and give us wave 5 to touch this resistance level. And we have update on that. Now, it turns out that what we have for this corrective structure is what is really and very rare in the market. Like it's very rare. And the name is called a running flat pattern. A running flat pattern. Running flat is labeled in WSY, WSY, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 3, 3, 5. 3, 3, 5 is a label of WSY, which means this gives us more opportunity to actually position ourselves in the position of the larger trend, which is what? Wave. Which is with what? With X as we predicted. Which means the wave X is still valid, and this wave 2 is no more valid around here. It is valid around here after the completion of this running flat. It is called running flat, and the label is an ABC. You know, the label of running flat is A, then we have B that go all the way up, then we have C, which means we might likely to break out of the resistance. It is possible, but the minimum target that I recommend for you guys is the resistance level. You understand? Because after the resistance, you should expect the market to start going all the way down without waiting for no one. And what we have here is what is called a running flat. I told you before in one of our seminar we did that running flat is not common in the market, but it happened in the market. You have to make everything your expectation and expect everything. And people that use trend line, this is weekly time frame. People that use trend line will actually set their trend line this way and thinking that now that we break out of this trend line, the next expectation is what? To retest the trend line. They would think this is retesting the trend line and go all the way down. People that use trend line, this is their psychology. But don't be like them, because trend line, they only serve as some of confirmation tools, not a strategy. Trend line will never be a strategy. Resistance, support, high, high, higher, low, BOS, BOH, all these stuff, SMS, they will never be a strategy. They are just some of confirmation tools. We have stages and where we use it as confirmation. Okay, so this is what is called wave 2 completion. And wave 2 completion ended with what is called a running flat. If it actually breaks the starting point of wave A, it is called irregular flat or expanded flat. When you check it, you can see it doesn't even touch the starting point of wave A before starting going all the way up. Okay, but if you break the wave A, it is called irregular flat because they are the same pattern. The only difference between irregular flat and running flat is that wave C of running flat doesn't break starting point of ending point of wave A. That's the only difference between the regular flat and expanded, and irregular flat or expanded flat and running flat. That is the difference. And I think now we are going for the wave 3 of this diagonal, because we are forming what is called a diagonal pattern. And this is what we're expecting now in the market, and that is it. for now, this is what we're expecting. Yeah, so let's expect the wave 3. After the wave 3 completion, then we know what to do. But I think the wave 3 will, you know, break out of this resistance, because wave 3 is always powerful, because the economic condition in wave 3 is what is now positive. You will know this is a clean wave 3. All wave 3 is always powerful. When you look at this place, you will see wave 3 is what? What happened to wave 3? Wave 3 is obvious and powerful. Every spot you will always see wave 3 obvious and powerful. When you look at A, what do you see in wave 3? Wave 3 is obvious and powerful. So we're expecting the same thing in air after the completion. Look at the risk to reward. It really makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you guys to miss this setup on EURUSD. And that is the update we have for you on EURUSD right now. Don't be like other people that use trend line as strategy. People using trend line as strategy, they are trapped. That is it. Because the expectation now is to what? Have a retest of this trend line, because they're using trend line strategy. Once they throw their trend line, then they'll expect it to break all the way down, which is not what is going to happen in the market. And that is it. So your expectation should be around here, and stop loss is around there. You know what I'm saying? If you're going for wave 3 of this diagonal pattern, okay, and that is it. So we are buying around this range. We have already bought. I just feel like updating you guys here again. Also, start buying around this range. And this is our candlestick. Okay, when you look at the candlestick, you can see that they are weak. Okay, look at our candlestick. Let's switch to monthly time frame. They are weak. It's time. Okay, so and I don't actually see any confirmation yet on the candlestick pattern, unless after this candle and this candle, if this top candle ended with white, which is bullish, it indicates what is called a money three white soldier. You know what is called three white soldier? If we have three white go in the same way, then it is called a three white soldier. So if this candlestick that is currently unfolding right now ended with, if this candlestick, this is daily time frame, if this candlestick ended with a bullish, which is white, white, white. If we have three white, it indicates a three white soldier candlestick pattern. You know what I'm saying? There are soldiers and cowards in the battlefield. This is the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? So you don't depend on the weaks. You know what I'm saying? You don't depend on people that are weak in the market. You depend on the uh, the soldiers, and the soldiers in the market are the candlestick pattern. We have already talked about it. We have teach you one of the things about it, and that is it. And so our expectation now, at least, we have already bought around here when the market come here, because we saw that it is forming what is called a running flat. And after the running flat, we bought, and currently we're expecting to go all the way to wave 3 as we predicted. And for you waiting for candlestick confirmation, before we can buy more, we have to wait for maybe candlestick confirmation or one or two things before we can buy more. Okay, we got around those range, but we need more confirmation before we can buy more. If today candlestick ended with a bullish, it indicates what is called a three white soldier. Okay, if you ended with three white soldier, fine, then you can buy more. That is what we have for you today, and that is where we're gonna stop. Okay, again. So now that is our expectation. For now, just have to have enough patience. This is weekly time frame, so maybe by the end of the week this candlestick will engulf the black. You understand? By the weekend it is possible. By the weekend we should what? We should engulf the black candlestick, which is the bearish candlestick, before the end of this week. Alright, and that is it. So that is the update we have for you for now on EURUSD, and have a good day, and don't sleep on this setup because we gave it early. The risk, the reward is is powerful and makes sense. Okay, and that is what we have for you. Have a great day.